What's up, people? My name is Timmy Dakolo, and you're listening to Elegbete TV Radio. Stay tuned.
Oh boy, today is the day I give out this jersey. The stars wants the bundles to do. Yeah, we're ready. Ready? I'm ready. Are you good? You joining me or you're going? Are you related to Baba Frayo? That guy, who's that guy?
My brother.
Okay, okay. What's her name now? See Miriam, man. I'll ask you later. I need to know. So you're going back to school or when are you going back to school?
Next Friday, but I'm going to Abuja.
When are you going to go? Tomorrow. Safe journey.
Thank you.
Take care. We'll see you when you're on holidays.
Of course, I'll be
All right.
back.
You've been a off and on intern, but you've been a good girl.
Of course, thank you.
All right, good morning and welcome to the Sports Buffet. It's the Friday edition, and as usual, what we do on Fridays is we talk about the games that are coming up, we give our prediction, analysis, and look back at events that have happened over the week, gone by, as well. Look into the weekend and select some games, and you throw up your games. I give my own thoughts about them, and you give your own thoughts as well. But look at my guy, he got a Jude. Oh. Jude, you never reply my message. And I'll come give you headbutting for that Saudi Arabia. I'm coming to Saudi Arabia. After I leave Alibaba's place this evening, I'll come to Saudi Arabia. You see. That's how they brag. Like, see, I get private jet. I'll tell you that. But anyhow, Jude, good to have you on our live. Okay, so this jersey, Jude, I need jersey too. This jersey, I'm giving it away today to the guys on YouTube. I've had it for too long. It stayed in this office for too long. It's about time we let it go so that some other justice can come in. And thanks to Victor Osimhen. Too bad they had to end the week. A glorious run with a defeat. 3-2, they lost at home to Sparta Moscow, I think, in the UEFA Europa Cup. But I love this post on Instagram. You can go on Instagram and see it. It said, like, we're done, our heads are up. Not a bad one. We will continue. So, I'm ready to give out this jersey, and let me tell you how it's going to work. It's going to just be a random somebody who sends a message, a beautiful message, or answers a question, and I'm just going to pick it randomly. There's no raffle draw, no lottery, nothing. So somebody is definitely going to pick him up. Let me say Happy New Month to you guys. Happy Independence Day to Nigeria. I know that, people are angry. Everybody is pissed at the country. Things are not the way they should be. Somebody sent me a message I should do giveaway. And I said to the person, listen, I don't get money to do giveaway. I'm struggling myself the way you're struggling. Okay? I don't have money. One of that guys sent me a very long message and he said, oh, that all these people, Aki Alabi, Ali Baba, Igalo, Jonogu, and all of these people, why are you not telling them to come together so that you do giveaway? Now, let me tell you one thing. One of the mantras of this business, and we're going to do giveaway in the future. We're going to help people to fund their scholarship. We're going to help people to buy cars to do business like Uber. We're going to renovate people's shops. But Esogene Daffy and the entire Elegbete TV and radio crew would not support the concept of just giving money away as giveaway. Now, this is my reason. I've always said that most times when we do money giveaway, and I remember during COVID, John Ogu and a few other good friends, Timi Dakolo, Bobby, helped me, and we did a lot of giveaway. And in the process of this giveaway, I woke up one morning and I told my sister, my mother, look, listen, we're giving to some people who even have more money than us. Because it's just a tradition, like, oh, let's do giveaway. And I also know that some people really need it, okay? but it's not something you force. It is something that people have to do on their own. Having said that, let's talk about sports today. Let's talk about football. Question that I want to ask. This one question that I need to throw out there, and it's a question that is born out of the conversation that we're having in our Bet WhatsApp group yesterday. I want to ask you guys this question. If you are giving the NFF to run, like you are the president of the NFF, what is going to be the thing that you will do that is going to be different from what Amaju, Menu Megari, Sani Lulu, and the previous Galadima and the rest of them have done? What is that thing you would do different? Whoa, Prince, you said you're going to give me feedback. In a few hours, I'll be going to the Alibaba studio. You're not giving me feedback, so I really don't know. But thanks for joining my live, and thanks for also supplying me with my beautiful Juventus tracksuit. Was beautiful. So I need your answer on that. Just that a very beautiful answer would win this jersey. This jersey that is behind me, this Victor Osimhen's original Napoli jersey number 9, you would have it. And please, if you're not in Nigeria, just don't. If I pick you, just let me know, because I don't want to give it to somebody who's abroad. I want to give it to somebody that is in Nigeria. That's what I want to do. It doesn't matter where you are in Nigeria. We would eventually dispatch it to you, but I just hope that somebody who's in Lagos wins it and makes my job easier. Okay. But having said that, if you are given the job of the NFF president today, what's going to be the outline of the program, the thing that you will focus on? And it could be one, it could be multiple. How are you going to run it different from the people that have run the NFF before? What are you going to do different? So please don't just give me monosyllabic answer. Give me answer that would, if I copy it and send it to the people that are running football today, they will know the answer. I never thought about this. I think it's something that I would love to do. And give me details, because it is easy if I ask you a question about Barcelona, Real Madrid, European football, you guys will give me an entire encyclopedia. But unfortunately, I'm not going to ask you questions about those clubs, because they're already a structure that is set up. We owe it to ourselves to build our own. So to win this jersey, answer that question. So let me go with the messages that I'm seeing already on the YouTube channel. Desmond Ebo say good morning, Ogaida, good morning to you. Oba Matthew say good morning, Mr. Elegbete, good morning to you. Mr. Kun Emiadi, he say we are here. Ola Matthew say, please sir, what do you think Barcelona can do to get out of this mess they are into? And please, I would like to have that jersey behind you. Answer the question, and I just might give it to you. Okay, so for Barcelona, I think that it took them a long time to get into this problem. The problem didn't happen overnight. So it's like destroying a bridge and building a new one. It will take you a shorter time to even destroy the bridge, but believe you me, it's going to take you a longer time to build the new one. It's going to take Barcelona some time. Definitely, Ronald Koeman is not the coach for them, but the biggest catalyst, the biggest solution that they need is money. And why did I say money? They need money to be able to sort out their financial crisis. There is some guys have agreed to build them out with 1.5 billion euro, which is good. That's what makes a brand big. That's why we're praying that our brand will also grow big, so that people can say, okay, we want to give you venture capital to be able to grow. Okay. But long and short is they need to be patient, get the right young players, and then the fans also need to be patient. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to be a miracle. So they need to be very patient, and then they start building slowly. They'll face out all these old players like Gerard Piqué, Sergio Busquets, eventually Ronald Koeman should go, and then they build another team. Now, one other problem that teams like Barcelona will always have is you start expecting them to build a team that will play like the Pep Guardiola team. You start expecting certain players to play like Lionel Messi or Xavi or Iniesta. Those are the things that causes problems. If they can be patient and allow the new coaches, the new system to evolve and come into form on its own, then we'll make success out of Barcelona. But if they keep comparing, they just might go another 30 years or 600 years, and they will not win anything. I don't expect that to happen, but this season is going to be terrible. It's going to be defeat after defeat. Like right now, they are drinking 3-3 lager. There is no trophy beer for them. Okay. Prince, you know that I'm doing a live show anyway. So this message that you're sending me now, it's going to come. I'm going to read that one later. All right. Mr. Kuhn, he said, happy new month, sir. Happy new month to you. Stamina in, oh God, my bro. How you doing? He said, good morning, my guy. Please talk about my current Arsenal brother. Okay. Arsenal is doing well, but I mean, they find themselves in a very terrible place with 3 straight defeats at the start of the season. But what is good about Arsenal is the fact that Edu and Arteta are working in sync. They are both together, working, trying to get solution for the problem that they've got. And then the new signings that they make, every time you sign a player, let's be very honest, from a footballing perspective, you're taking a gamble. You're not sure if the player can adapt to the game or adapt to the country, especially when you're bringing them from another country. But beyond that, you can even sign a player from the same league, like we saw Sanchez go to Manchester City. There's no argument that Sanchez is top quality, right? But it just didn't fit into the dressing room. But then there are some players who just go anywhere and they settle in. People like Igalo, people like Bruno Fernandes, those people like Cristiano Ronaldo, they just come in and they settle in. They don't struggle. But it's not always like that. So I think for Arsenal have been lucky. Like every player that they brought in, Tomiyasu for me has been the most impressive one, and then Aaron Ramsdale. Considering that he's gone on relegation with 2 different clubs, and then he came to Arsenal at the time where they're having one of their worst starts since 1971-72 season, you would have thought that, oh, not again. Arsenal is going to go on relegation, and then Aaron Ramsdale's name is going to be on the team sheet. But, fortunately, every game is kept Arsenal. Arsenal has gone on to win. It's considered only 1 goal out of about 5 or 6 games that he's been on 5 games that he's been on for Arsenal. West Bromwich Albion, Wimbledon, Norwich, Burnley, and Tottenham Hotspur. It's considered only 1 goal in 5, and Arsenal have scored a truckload of goals. So it's good, but it's still not there yet. Arsenal still needs some competition up front in terms of competition for Aubameyang, competition for Saka. I still think that Nicolas Pepe is one of the worst players in the whole world. People say I'm hard on him, but that's just what I think. So if they fix those parts, the club will be good. Okay, Oye says, if I'm given the NFF job, what I'll do that's going to be different from what everyone has done and fail woefully is that I'll go back to the basics. I focus more on grassroots football and develop it. How? This is semantics. How? You've not said anything. Because I need you to give me an example. I don't know any country in the world where their FA focus on grassroots alone and develop grassroots. So you need to give me something to work with. Don't forget that I'm a football person. So give me something to work with. I'm not just going to give you jersey because you said grassroots. Grassroots is an ambiguous word. It doesn't have a definition. It's when you say the word is all on about, it's everywhere. Okay, the grill. They say if I be the NFF president today, that's on Instagram, I'll just continue in the line the current president is following right now. Okay, which means that what the current president is doing is good, so you just want to follow on that path. Okay, that's a good one to see. On this live today with Valodeo Igalo and a host of other. The Grill Agree said, "Good morning, boss. Welcome to the Sports Buffet. Thank you very much." And a few other people joined us. Bros, looking so fresh for the show. Thank you very much for that one. I am Austin_A. He said, "Good morning to you, brother. Good morning to you as well." And we push further down and see. So I need you to give me something to work with. When I say give me something, it can be long. It needs to be elaborate. Your plans needs to be well thought out. Because today's Independence Day, and we always come out, "Oh, Nigeria is bad. Nigeria is terrible." Are we good people? I always ask that question. Are we good people? Forget about Nigerian leaders now. People, the followers, are we good people? Paul Obi says, "Good morning. I will first advise the government to try and support the MPFL clubs, to run their clubs and put club academies in shape and so bring more sponsors and grow our league." Okay, how does that work? The how. I need the how in that comment. I need something to stick out. All of these things are just, flat ironed out. I need it to stick out. That's not the question. And, to win this jersey, you have to be on the YouTube page. But the question I'm asking is, if you're given the job of the NFF president today, what would you do different from all of the people that have been doing this job? What will you do different? I need detailed response to this, okay? So that we don't just, I don't just accept it, okay, let me just accept it. I can as well just to take the jersey. As I'm going out, I'll just look for somebody in traffic and I'll give them the jersey. That's just the truth. It can happen. I know that when I leave here, I'm going to go to Alibaba's studio to celebrate with them. They say rejoice with those that rejoice, among with those that mourn. I'm always privileged to be among people that are rejoicing with people that are rejoicing. I've had time to cry with people too. Okay, Oluwadamilari, I say good morning to you. Thank you very much. Olamatu say, if I have the opportunity to have the NFF job, I will invite all the age grade coaches then fine-tune a plan that would enable the age grade teams be consistent and produce good talent on a regular. Okay. There's something there, but still not there. It's like when you go for the audition. Okay, we work graphics. You say good morning, boss. Happy Independence Day. Thank you very much, and the same to you. Great. We say good morning, boss. I still believe Arsenal will finish in the top 6 this season. I believe so too, or probably the top 4 because they don't have any European games to distract them. Okay, Paulo, we say good morning. I will first advise. Okay, I've seen that before. Okay, Oye says the limited characters here won't allow type much. What I mean is that first, I will change win at all cost mandate for under 17. Make sure we don't have over guys because we want to win. Okay, so how do you plan to do that? Amanda Williams, thank you for joining us on Instagram. How do you plan to do that? That's the real question. Because if we know the how, if we know the why we're doing something, we would eventually know the how. But how do you plan to do that? And I'm not going to put words in your mouth. If that's what you want, I'm not going to put words in your mouth. I'm going to let you give me detail your plan. And you actually have space to write more, actually. So I need details. I need you to get in the deep end of this conversation so that I know what we're talking about. Like, I'm not just hoping and wishing. Having said that, though, let me jump to Facebook and see what people are putting out there. And I ask a very, very simple, straightforward question. If you happen to be given the responsibility to become the NFF president, what would you do different from what the people that are doing it right now are doing? That's what I'm asking. Ibrahim Oloko said, good morning, Mr. Elegbete. I really commend your consistency and perseverance. Thank you very much. I have to, if you love what you do so much and you're doing it for you and your family, then you would put everything into it and get it done very well. You say, I really commend your consistency and perseverance. May God bless your hustle. Thank you very much. Please help me to subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's one way that God will bless my hustle, because I know that God will not come from heaven to come and bless it, but it is human beings on earth that will bless it. Okay. Ikewa Nabogo, bros, I greet you. He said, we love you, bro. Keep it up. Thank you very much. And I love you too, Baba Beji. My regards to the family and your beautiful, amazing, always smiling, lovely wife. You know, we will not find it. God get the way to give us good, fine wives. So I'm not talking of people like Don John who say they're fine, they see selfish, go marry fine wife, born fine children. Now God, say look our children fine so that they'll feel compete. Okay. Ibrahim Oloku said, as the NFF president, firstly, we need to understand that the rudiments of the problems, okay, the rudiments of the problem, that the same problems in Nigeria is the same as its parastatus. 2, we need to see the game as a real business, not an NGO. Oh, I love this. That it is from the administration to the pitch. We need to see it as business. 3rd, unlike Mr. Amaju, who wants the league to be recognized without realizing that the league is not being invested into. In summary, as the new president, I will bring in those who really understand the game, from ex-Nigerian players to experts of the game and the journalists who will help bring up a plan. This guy just destroyed a very good start. I need you to give me a plan. Now you're telling me that you bring in people who will help bring in the plan, and you don't have a plan. It means you don't have a plan. And once again, you've proven the same thing that I said. Almost everybody knows the problem, but none of us know the solution. Okay, that's where we always get it wrong. I'm looking for solution. I'm looking for utopian idea, something that would, wow, man, this is good. This is something that I could even say, like, okay, you know that I'm part of the NFL strategy committee, right? So I could like, oh, this is a great idea. I show. There's a guy here who has this idea. Can we just sit with him and listen to him? It's important, okay? Isaiah Iduwalabi, he said, God bless you, Elegbete, God bless you too. Isaiah Iduwalabi went for that to say, if I'm given the privilege to be the NFF president, I will develop our local league, look for sponsors to make the league more attractive. Now, so that we don't get this whole thing mixed up, the NFF president cannot do anything about the Nigerian league. So, first off, it's an interregnum. It's going to be usurping somebody's responsibility. The NFF president, let me make this thing easy. So let me give you guys some expo. Amaju Clinic cannot do anything with the Nigerian league. anything he does there is an overkill. It's just doing extra. That's the responsibility of Malam Shodi. Nigerian football that is under the NFF, and Amaju Pini, the president of the NFF, is the 11 national teams that we have. How do you run those 11 national teams? So let me give you some breakdown, some details to work with. For every single game that Nigeria plays away from home, we expand 350 million naira. When we play at home, it's between 200 to 250 million, right? So how do you make sure that coaches are paid on time, players' bonuses are taken care of, and then we still go on to, try to get the government to build a facility? And I'm practically giving you guys the answers already. We'll build the facilities because recently I realized that Nigerians are clamoring for us to have our own facility like the SPAC, the way Leon Balogun complained about it in one of the interviews he granted an online TV, a podcaster. Now, my problem is not with the interview, like I always say, but I think that's the how. Let's find out how to get it done, and that's why we're having this conversation. So it will be very, very interesting if you guys can put the how in the suggestions that you're giving me, because now it's exam time. You guys are copying and pasting one of the other. That's not good. Let me go and check WhatsApp. Maybe, just maybe. Okay, I might get somebody with a very beautiful answer. And at this point, I think I would have to give the jersey to anybody with a brilliant answer, whether it's on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook, or anywhere. But I need a very brilliant answer because this jersey must go today. The Nigerian League will work when we solve the issues below. 1, proper media advocacy and partnership. That's nice. 2, private and indigenous companies to be sponsors, so as to see as a business-oriented platform. Now, how do we get there? That's the how. This is idealistic solution. Oh, this is what would happen if this. But how do we get it to happen? That's the question that is begging and pleading and crying for answer as we are right now. So I need somebody to give me that response, that whole thing that, okay, I am the president of the NFL, this is what I will do, this is what the directives I will give, this is how I will fix it. Let's not forget that the MPFL is not just the league. There are leagues below the MPFL that produces the team that comes to play in the MPFL, right? So, and those ones are directly under the purview of the NFF. So how don't we start up there? Because listen, if you put kerosene in the yam before you plant it, when you harvest it, you will still smell kerosene. If you put kerosene in coconut before you plant it, all the coconut fruit that coconut tree will produce, they will smell kerosene. So how do we get to the point where there's no kerosene on it so that we get it going? That's what I'm asking for, okay? Because sometimes we always like, oh, this person's not doing what, this person's not doing what. Well, let's provide solution. You know how when players are playing on the field, oh, Joey Gallo is very lazy, Yakuba Ebony, no, super chicken. Good. If I was there, this is what now tell us what you will do different. Okay, that's what I'm asking for. Okay, so on YouTube, I've got some very, very beautiful comments. Divine Toke said, let's be honest, based on the prevailing circumstances. I don't think much can be done outside what the NFF has done. If more money was available, then thoughts of development can take different shape. Thank you very much. I love that. Okay, is it on how I can do that? We go back to secondary school, develop our secondary school games, and also make sure all our government clubs have a feeders team. Now, going back to secondary school, it's not the job of the NFF president. It's the job of the sports minister. So I'm not asking what the sports minister will do. I'm asking what you will do as the NFF president. And you see, this is how difficult it is to be the NFF president. Now, almost everybody that is responding doesn't even know the job, the responsibility of the NFF president. And how do you, because when I see people criticize the NFF president, I'm asking myself, do these people even know the responsibility? It's like I bring a house up to my house. And I say, your job is to take care of Oganetega, who's a 2-year-old boy, my son, and then wash plates and, keep the house tidy. And then somewhere along the line, I begin to complain that, oh, I am sex-starved and I'm blaming my house up. Like, really? I'm not getting good sex, so my house help is to blame. My food is not properly cooked, my house help is to blame. And I'm not talking to my wife. It means that I don't even know why I brought in the house help in the first place. And I don't know our job. I am just as confused as confusion can be defined. So we must first off know these things, then we take it to the next level. This jersey is going on. I still won't wear it. I know that I'll give it out today. That's for sure. But how that happens, I don't know. Yeah, you guys should help me. Give me something to work with. After I might have, this is Ola Mike Matthew. He said, after I might have brought in a lucrative sponsor, how? What is the sponsor coming to do? Who is your lucrative sponsor? What do you pitch to your lucrative sponsor? Do you think sponsors just come and throw money at people? No, sponsors will not do that. Okay, you need to come to the table with something. What are you coming to the table with? That's what I need to know. Okay, that's what you need to tell me. Hey, everybody, I mean, do you know that as this radio station is now, my head are like, oh, Nike and Adidas, they just fall over themselves and say they want to sponsor it. This says whole thing. MTN just comes and say, come rebrand the studio after us, and we'll give you £1 billion every month, every year. What do we do to get that attraction? What's the numbers that we generated for them? How much are they going to make? Sponsors don't just come. Lucrative sponsors don't just come. Let's know how you plan to get those lucrative sponsors. Yes, give us expo. Stamina Emmanuel say, I'm not in for the jersey. First, invest in the league. Encourage fans to watch games at affordable tickets. Make provision for night games. How? Tell me the how. I like this line that you're going to, and if you get the right answer, you'll get the jersey. Don't tell me you're not in. You should be in for the jersey. It's important. But tell me how. How do you plan to do it? That's something that I need to know. But then before, let me give you news, speculative news that is going on the European scene, and let's see. Okay, Isaiah Idowalabi, he say, if I'm given the privilege to be NFL president, I will develop our local league, look for sponsors to make the league more attractive. How do you plan to do that? That's what I am saying. How do you plan to do that? Why is nobody giving me the how? Okay, I will do this, I'll do this. How do you plan to do it? Okay, yeah, it's like somebody came here for audition one time, and I said, cool, come, I'm looking for somebody that would talk sports on this show, like be my co-host, right? And the person said, I really don't know sports that much, but I'm a fast learner. If you give me a chance, I will learn fast. Like on my show, I want to. This is not a teaching, it's not a training school, it's a radio station. I'm going to pay you for doing a job, and you've got to do the job. I'm not going to pay you for training you. You should come pay me money to train you. That's what you want to do. Well, let's go to stories making the round. It's 9:30 a.m. already in the morning. Real Madrid could renew their interest in Manchester United and Uruguayan striker Edison Cavani, 34, when the transfer window reopens in January. Since Cavani is not getting playing time, and seems like Manchester United have carried all their burdens, all ye that are labored and heavy laden, and put it on the shoulders of Cristiano Ronaldo, and they believe that Cristiano Ronaldo is the balm of Gilead. He is the savior of mankind. Manchester United is the healer and everything. So Cavani needs to move. England midfielder Kevin Phillips is close to signing a new contract at Leeds United. As the 25 years old agent says, there is a real willingness from both sides to make it happen. Well, that could just be that guy hawking him and making sure that other people hear. That's God's song when he was part of DCM Voice. Okay. Netherlands midfielder Danny van der Beek, 24, is ready to try to leave Manchester United in January because of his lack of playing time. Yeah, Manchester United seems to be like the club that destroys. Seems to be like the club that destroys career these days. Okay, they don't play players because of his lack of playing time. Okay, Chelsea are still negotiating with the agent of German centre back Antonio Rudiger. Okay, Rudiger is 28, as you all know, over a new contract. Let's see that deal goes through. German striker Timo Werner, 25. Will reassess his Chelsea future if he cannot force his way back into Thomas Tuchel's team and could return to Germany at the end of the season. Barcelona will not sack Dutch manager. They don't get money to pay him off. Not be saying they're not going to sack him. They don't get money. If they lose to Atletico Madrid 3-0 again, we will know whether they will sack him or not. Okay, before the sides away trip to La Liga champions Atletico de Madrid on Saturday. Okay, waiting for what will happen after that trip. But Liverpool's German boss, only the carrier you look at. Oh God, they need to borrow money for this one. Young club, you want to take the game pressing to Barcelona. A dilapidated Barcelona. This bus does not have tire, there's no spare tire. Even the jar bus is blown, the engine circuit, everything, the brake bus is dead. Oh Lord. They are conceding goals anyhow, and people are not even willing to buy players from them because they've given them such contract that when you would revive Felipe Coutinho, maybe. Okay. Other options include former Juventus coach Andrea Pirlo and River Plate manager Marcelo Gallardo, who are both reportedly open to taking over at the new camp. Now, it's going to be bad for Andrea Pirlo if he takes the Barcelona job because another failure is in front of him. Not like he's a bad coach. And this is what I said the other time when we were comparing Frank Lampard to Andrea Pirlo. And I said that Andrea Pirlo will get a bigger and a better job ahead of Frank Lampard. You see, they're not even mentioning Frank Lampard's name in the conversation. That's what you get when you're an Englishman. Everybody knows that English people don't know how to coach. Okay, you can only coach in your country. Spain manager Luis Enrique has played down a return to manage former club Barcelona as he intends to stay in his current job until his contract ends after the 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar, November, December. Arsenal may have only signed a new goalkeeper this summer, but they are already lining up other options between the sticks as German goalkeeper Bernard Leno, 29, is being linked with a January exit. Please get him go, let him go. If your boyfriend Naga let him go, yes, let Leno go. Leno not get used for the club. Let him go. AC Milan have been offered 30-year-old Arsenal and France striker Alexander Lacazette, whose contract with the Gunners runs out next summer. Arsenal striker Eddie Nketiah, 22, is looking to leave the Gunners with Leeds, Aston Villa, and Brentford all monitoring the England under-21 international situation. Okay, we'll see how that goes. West Ham might have a second chance to sign fullback Luca Pellegrini, 22, as the Italy international struggles for opportunities at Juventus. Okay, Spain winger Adama Traore, 25, was linked with Tottenham in the summer, but is edging closer to signing a new deal with Wolves. Liverpool boss Jurgen Klopp wants to sign Bayern Leverkusen and France winger Moussa Diaby, 22, reminds me of Abu Diaby. Steve Bruce has told friends he's feeling lower in his lower abdomen. Oh God, low diba. Low, I am with you always. It's in the Bible, it's not me. So that man is in that place where he needs God right now. He's feeling lower than ever before and has considered quitting as Newcastle manager for the very first time. I lie, you now watch. Managers they quit, they lie. You know, when some president will say, I feel frustrated, I want to quit. I lie. They know they quit. How can you be quitting? Okay, Paris Saint-Germain wanted Liverpool and England midfielder Jordan Henderson, 31, before they managed to sign Argentine Lionel Messi, 34, on a free transfer from Barcelona this summer. Okay, Barcelona are tracking Swedish winger Willard Sweetbet, 17. The midfielder has also attracted interest in Liverpool and AC Milan. You see, Barcelona have gone to that place that Arsenal and Arsene Wenger used to be, where they signed Kekere, Omode, Wakere, Sinambawa, Wakere, Sinambawa. Okay, let's keep it going. I'm coming to the question that I asked before. Borussia Dortmund finally chief executive Hans Joachim Watzke comments in rubbishing report that Norway striker Erling Braut Haaland, 21, has a transfer pact with the club. Have upset his agent Mino Raiola. Okay, let's leave that one. You know that you don't get into muddy waters with Mino Raiola. Mino Raiola is the kind of guy that likes to fight. Greg Obi, he said, create policies that mandate multinationals and indigenous companies to sponsor teams in the different tiers of the league. Okay, the NFF president have absolute no power to create policy. That is the job of the National Assembly and Senate. That is something that can happen when you get a pressure group or a lobby group, to lobby for a bill to be passed at the National Assembly and the Senate, and then it becomes law, and that can only start through the Minister of Sports. So you are not actually answering the question. Maybe I should have asked if you are the Minister of Sports, but I'm asking NFF President. So let's go to Kenechukwu Unemeka. He said, I can sell the league to people, get the marketing right, and make people attend games. It will make it attractive for sponsors. That's the job of Shehu Diko, the chairman of the LMC. That's not the job of the NFL. Greg Obi, he said government and private should rebuild and renovate facilities and infrastructure. Okay, these are suggestions. Greg Obi, he said maintenance of facilities will be done through earning. Okay, great ideas, but these are jobs that the minister would do, not the job of the NFL. Greg Obi went on. He said, incentivize supporters and fans with jerseys and souvenir. I think that's a bad route. I think that will work. It'll work. That's when we go to the question of what would you do if you're the chairman of the LMC. I'm talking about the president of the NFL. Uneasy does lies the head that wears the crown. You see how difficult it is now for you guys to come up with a solution. You know what I just noticed is the fact that Nigerians who complain about the NFL don't even know the responsibility of the NFL president. They don't know the job description of the NFL president. And it also means that we should humble ourselves and not criticize people when we don't know the dictates of their job. That just shows. You know that thing that says that before you criticize me, walk a mile. So you understand what I feel. That's exactly what we are, facing right now. But let me go over again to Facebook. Shooks Pascal. He said, good morning, bro. Nice joining the show once again. Thank you very much for joining. Your consistency is highly appreciated. This is on YouTube. Divine okay, he said, on churning out new talent, ensure we have consistent coaches for our youth teams. I have one football tactician for each team. Also source for competitions to keep the players engaged. Ola Matthew. He said, I'll bring down the ticket price for home matches to a low price. By that, a lot of the fans will come in to watch matches. After that, I'll now employ skilled people who have the ability to speak with big companies, and will bring the data of the number of attendance we've been having in our home matches to the table. The companies will have no other option than agreeing to sponsor us because of the fans. Okay, that's the league. That's Shewudiko's job, not the job of the NFL president. You guys see how hard this is? It's almost impossible for me to get an answer. Come on. Greg Obi on Instagram said, NCC and NBC should mandate all telecommunications and media houses to pay for TV rights. You can't do that. You can't do that. That's military dictatorship. People should be allowed. It's a free market. People should be allowed to pay for what they want. What if the government come and mandate you that you must eat local rice? You must do this. Your children must only wear diapers made in Nigeria, irrespective of the fact that the diapers are giving your children diaper rash. Think about it. Think about it. What if the government comes and make a decree, pass a law and say all of us must wear locally made clothes, no more foreign clothes, no more wearing suits in Nigeria, no. If you want to wear suit, you must use ashwebi or ashoke, all those things, Nigerian attires to sew it. What about that? That's not going to work. You know it. Okay. And Divine went on. He said the youth competitions can be in Africa, Europe, or America. His sponsorship can be gotten then. We can organize one or two in Nigeria. Okay. And Divine said for the league, MPFL, is it possible to make every league team have an active YouTube channel? If possible, then that will be a good place to start the visibility of the league. Okay, I'm not talking about the league. I'm talking about the national teams. Okay, Ola Matthews, but the way you sounded like you're talking. Go with your plan of lowering tickets. So you get the Onikon Stadium. The Teslim Balogun Stadium at the rate of 500,000 naira. Let's just say flat rate 500,000 naira for a match. And you lower the ticket so low that at the end of the match, even if you have a full stadium, you have only 50,000. What kind of business model is that? How long can you sustain it before your sponsors come? Because you will be in debt. That's the kind of business model that is almost wrecking Barcelona right now. How long can you sustain that before your sponsors come? And if your sponsors don't come in the first 1 or 2 years, what happens? You are in debt already. Nobody's going to want to do business with you. If you thought about that, it's not as easy. Now we know that it's not as easy as we always think. Oh, I can do this. You see, it's not easy anymore when it comes to suggesting an idea or something that will work. Well, let's go to the segment where we'll talk about games coming up over the weekend. Okay, and there's quite a lot of games coming up over the weekend. And maybe we would jump on some and then not touch some. But let's just look at the games that are coming up over the weekend. Let's deal with let's just say today is Friday. There is a game in France, Lens versus Reims, and then there's a game in the German Bundesliga, FC Cologne playing against Grutterford, and in the Italian Serie A, you have Cagliari playing against Venezia, Groningen playing against 20 yesterday in Holland, and in Spain, Athletic Bilbao playing against Alaves. Now, all of these games that are going on today have one thing in common. Have natural. Oh, Samson, how good to have you on the Instagram page on the show. So, all of these games, I would love to tell you this that it is hard to predict a Friday night game, but there's one thing that is most Rams. FC Cologne will beat Grutterford, but that's going to be very difficult. Not going to be 2-1, game. Cagliari playing against Venezia, more like both teams to score. Groningen, 20 years today is going to be both teams to score. Athletic Bilbao playing against Alaves, it's a very, very, very close one, and I think that both teams will score as well, but I'll go with Athletic Bilbao to win. The grill say, I'll go to the Minister of Sports and push him to help convince the federal government to subsidize, are you kidding me, the task of companies who are ready to sponsor the national team. Okay, it's not subsidized. That's not the word you should use anyway. I think what you should say is you should give them tax rebates. Anybody who's willing to sponsor sports in Nigeria deserve to get some tax rebate, which means their taxes should be discounted. That's what I think you want to say. That's a very good idea. That's a very, very good idea because it would. I just think the jersey is going to somebody who does. Well, we still have time. We're still going to go. But that does look like something that an NFF president should do. That looks like this is a job. Now, that's a job. It is incentive based. If you go to the sports minister, because the NFF president cannot do it alone, go to the sports minister and tell the sports minister, listen, I have a plan that will bring a lot of money to sports, and then we will no longer be coming to the federal government to ask for money. So we want to say, like, give people some kind of tax rebate, say maybe 2% or 1.5% tax rebate, because that's big when you think about volume. So for any company that is sponsoring sports in Nigeria, what that does is it's not just only going to give the NFF the NFF sponsors, it will also trickle down to clubs, because people will now like start to take advantage of it and say, okay, we're sponsoring 3SC, but then there have to be evidence of the sponsorship, the money, and everything. So you don't go do what's actually called money laundering, like money traveling, like round tripping of money, where we officially announce that we're giving you money. Like when Man City did with their sponsorship, where they almost got into the financial fair play problem. We give you money, we over invoice, and then we go to federal government and say, look, we are sponsoring this club. No, there has to be evidence of that, and details, things must be well audited and then accounted for. So that's one way it could go. I think that's like the most brilliant idea that somebody who wants to be the NFF president have given today. The grill, unless somebody comes up with something way more brilliant than this, you should be coming to the studio next week to pick up this jersey. But hold on, somebody might knock you off the perch. But right now you're on the leaderboard. Manchester United playing against Everton. This should be like regular. Manchester United has been playing too many early kickoff anyway. But this should be like a regular look at the squad of Manchester United and the struggle with Everton team squad and their injuries to the defense. But right now, you can't trust Manchester United, right? So the best thing to do is to say both teams to score. I still think that Manchester United can win, but I don't trust them anymore. I trusted them at the beginning of the season, but since Ronaldo came in, I don't trust them anymore. Cristiano Ronaldo is now more consistent than Manchester United themselves. That's a problem. It's strange. Cristiano Ronaldo is super consistent. Like Messi in France is not consistent. He just got only one goal. He's not played very well. But Paris Saint-Germain are very, very consistent, right? In Manchester United were very consistent. They came out of the block like Usain Bolt, ready to blow everybody out of the water. And then they brought in Cristiano Ronaldo. And then they tampered their race with a brake and handbrake. And then they're going very slow. But beyond going very, very slow, it's not like, okay, more like Cristiano Ronaldo should be bigger and Manchester United begin to shrink. I don't know. So I can't really place all my money on Manchester United winning this game. But I can say that both teams will score. Burnley playing against Norwich. One-way traffic, I think Burnley is going to win. Yes, 2 relegation threatening close, but I think I have a better outlook in them to win this game. Chelsea playing against Southampton. Okay, this is one weekend where I just are aligning. I know that Southampton held Manchester City to a draw, but I'll give everything in this game. I'll tell you, Chelsea is going to win this one. Leeds United playing against Watford should be a no-brainer, but Watford can pull surprises. I'm going to kind of injured and out. Watford looks like they are working very hard to go back down. Both teams to score in this one over 2.5, but I think Leeds United are going to win at Ellen Road. Wolves playing against Newcastle. Yes, you heard when I said that the coach of Newcastle, Steve Bruce, says he's at his lowest end, and he's thinking of quitting. Well, that's a lie. He's not going to quit anymore. He's going to wait for him to get fired. This is one of those games that could get him fired. He will lose this game. Yeah, so I go with Wolves to win this one. Not like Wolves are in the best form of their lives anyway, but I think they'll win this one. Brighton and Hove playing against Arsenal. Okay, this game is tricky. Brighton and Hove could have gone on top of the Premiership last weekend, on Monday, if they had won that game, but then they ended up drawing, so they are not on top. Arsenal is resurgence right now. Now, it'll be crazy if they allow Brighton and Hove stop them, but Brighton and Hove is a team that plays to the death. I'm not saying that other teams come and fall down and die, but Brighton and Hove is a team that plays to the death. They can play the dirty game, they can play the long ball, they can play, they can play crazy. So it's gonna be crazy for us to see this game. But I'm just really going to say that Arsenal in a good mood. They have a goalkeeper that is, very, very alert, very, very conscious of his environment. His ball anticipation is excellent. His reflexes are good. And then the defense are coming together. No major injury apart from Granit Xhaka. And I think that Simbi Lokonga can come in there and fit in very well. I think the team is still good enough to go. The same team that played in the game against Newcastle is still good enough to go. But it's not going to be as easy as it was against Newcastle. There's going to be a little bit of battle in that midfield area that would, cause Arsenal some problems. So all of that put together, this is my thought. I think Arsenal is going to win, but it's going to be a very, very close game. It's going to be the kind of game that you don't want to put in your in your accumulator. It's just a single bet game so that it doesn't spoil your accumulator, if you understand what I mean, if you're a bet person. The grill, they say, wait a bit. Since United signed Cristiano Ronaldo, he has scored more goals than United has won. Bros, you're right. He's more consistent than United. That's my point. He's more consistent than Manchester United. But people will not agree with me anyway. Manchester United fans hate it when I say that, but I think that Manchester United is being stifled by Cristiano Ronaldo. And so let's go for the French League. There are 2 games on Saturday in France. And Montpellier will play against Strasbourg. I think Montpellier and Strasbourg both teams to score. This game is going to be difficult. Strasbourg are coming from playing in the Europa. Even though they won, this game might just be a bit tiring. And I don't know why they are letting them play on Saturday. I thought they should have let them play on Sunday. But let's see how it goes. I think Montpellier will win that one. Nice playing against Brest. I think Nice will win. In the German Bundesliga, there's a whole lot of games lined up from the 2:30 kickoff between Borussia Dortmund and Augsburg that I think Borussia Dortmund will win. Hertha Berlin playing against Freiburg. Hertha Berlin, I think they'll win that one. Stuttgart playing against Hoffenheim. I think Hoffenheim will win that one. Wolfsburg playing against Borussia Mönchengladbach. I don't know who's going to win. It's going to be both teams to score. RB Leipzig playing against Bochum. I think RB Leipzig would win that one. In the Italian Serie A, you have Salernitana playing against Genoa. I would go with both teams to score, but I would think that Genoa should win this one. Salernitana, I think that are most likely going to go back down to relegation. They don't look good enough to be able to stay up. Okay, then you get past that one. Is the Torino Juventus. That's a derby game. For those of you who don't know, Torino is a team in Turin. Juventus are a team in Turin as well. So it's a derby game. It's going to be very, very close. But I would close my eyes very, very tight, eyes wide shut, and say Juventus will win this one. Sassuolo, Inter Milan is going to also be very tight, but I'll go with Inter Milan to win that one as well. Netherlands, in the Dutch league, you have 1 week playing against Go Ahead Eagles. Okay, Go Ahead Eagles. Okay, both teams to score short that one. Achilles playing against William II. I think William II will win the one. Zole playing against Aravan. Both teams to score. Citadel playing against Nijmegen. Both teams to score. In Spain, that's why we're going to draw the curtain on the Saturday game. Osasuna playing against Rayo Vallecano. Rayo Vallecano happened to be the team that has scored the most apart from Real Madrid. Real Madrid has scored 23 or 25 goals this season. Rayo Vallecano has scored 23 goals this season. Rayo Vallecano newly got promoted via the playoff, and it seemed like they were going to go down straight. But then, with a small budget, they were able to convince the players to come in and play, and I think they're doing well. So I'm going with them to get a win in this one. Mallorca playing against Levante, both teams to score, but I think Mallorca will win at home. Cadiz playing against Valencia. Seems like a game that Valencia should be able to win, but I don't know how it's going to go. So I'll go with both teams to score. And let's go to Madrid playing against Barcelona. Atletico Madrid, Luis Suarez, and the rest would want this opportunity to stick the dagger in the heart of Barcelona a whole lot more. At least his friend Messi is no longer there. They would want to punish them. I will go bet all my money on FC Barcelona losing this one. So I'll go Atletico Madrid to win. Do we still have time? Just 2 more minutes. So let's see. I can pick 1 or 2 games from the Sunday and put it on. Crystal Palace playing against Leicester City. Crystal Palace have been playing very well, but having bad luck not winning games. I think that this game, both teams to score is assurance because Leicester are also looking rejuvenated somehow. And I don't know why the coach is not starting Kelechi Iheanacho anyway. But Wilfred Ndidi is injured, so I think both to score because Crystal Palace would really give you trouble. Tottenham Hotspur, Aston Villa. You want to bet that this is a game that Tottenham Hotspur are supposed to come back to life, but then Aston Villa is buoyant, coming from winning Manchester United last weekend. They just might go to Tottenham Hotspur ground, a place where winning is not important, and Aston Villa might get a win in this one. But both teams to score seems very, very sure. West Ham playing against Brentford. I put all my money on West Ham to win that one. They would at most Brentford and win. Sorry, Frank Onyeka, you'll be coming into the national game on the back of a defeat. Now the biggest game of the week in England. Liverpool coming from beating FC Porto 5-1. Manchester City defeated European champions Chelsea last week 1-0 and went to Park the Princess and fought against the demon, the monster called Gigi Donnarumma, and then Messi and Idrissa Gueye, and the speed of Kylian Mbappe was too much for them. So they lost 2-0. They need redemption. They need to win this game, at least to steady one side of the ship. If the Champions League ship is not steady, they should steady the league ship. And this is the best way to put a marker. If they win this game, it's good. But they've not really done well at Anfield. So what's going to happen? Liverpool is in the best form of their life. Man City are really not stable. You know what I'm going to say? I think that both teams to score is the surest one, but I don't know. My mind tells me that Liverpool is going to win this one. Sorry, fans of Manchester City, but my mind tells me that's what's going to happen. Even though there's a possibility that Man City can win, but that's what my mind tells me. So let's see how that goes. Maybe they'll be able to play the same way they played against Chelsea. Maybe. Reds playing against Paris Saint-Germain, no brainer. I'm going to go Paris Saint-Germain to win this one over 2.5 as well. I think Messi might just score in this game. Angas playing against Mets, unless he doesn't play, but I think if he plays, he's going to score because it's fine. It's scoring boots, and you know how Messi is. Once he scores one, another one is going to come pretty soon. Angas playing against Mets, and I think I love the fact that it's beginning to gel into a uniform clique of Mbappe, Messi, and Neymar. Pretty soon, that clique is going to come alive. Neymar really not lived up this season anyway, but somewhere along the line, that's going to happen, and it just might be this game. Angas playing against Mets. What teams to score? Monaco playing against Bordeaux. I think Bordeaux is both teams to score. Lille playing against Marseille. I think going to also win this one. And then Saint-Etienne playing against what's it called now? Lyon. I think Lyon is going to win. We don't have time of the show anymore. It's 9:56. We gotta go. Yes, and it's the grill that's won this Victor Osimhen's jersey. So let me know. Send me a DM. Tell me when you can come pick it up in the studio, and I'll be ready for you. That's how I leave you guys today. Thank you very much for everybody who's joined us on Facebook, on Instagram, and YouTube. God bless you, and have for yourself a lovely, fantastic, and amazing weekend. Sorry, nobody gave me the answer that I was looking for on YouTube, and I had of the NFF president. Yeah, I was waiting, but you guys were just suggesting things that were responsibilities and duties of the NFF president. I'm sorry. Yeah, you might not have understood it, but that's just the truth. You need to understand the job and the function of the NFF president for you to be able to give me the answers that you give to me. Now, let me read some of the final comments that came from the YouTube. Stamina Emmanuel said, my how is speaking to big companies to have their brand named after the trophy. No, you can do that. And also to be advertised in every stadium, e.g. Gazprom. Okay, that's not the job of the NFL president. Sorry. Divine, okay, bros. This NFL president won't give me migraine. Sir, I need your take on Ross List. Ross List is good. I'm going to talk about it on Monday. I don't know if I should interview him. I'm beginning to interview him too much. I don't know if I should interview Roy anyway. But I already know that the players like Wilfred Ndidi, the Ogoneka table, and maybe Alex Iwobi are all not going to be available because of injury. Alex Iwobi is still 50-50 to touch and go, but Ogoneka table is definitely out. Wilfred Ndidi is definitely out. And one other player, I don't know, one other player, but we will see how it goes. But I'm happy that Shuni Rajuke is in the squad. Osima is there. Kelechi Iheanacho is there. Calvin Bassey is in the squad. The rest, the rest of the regulars are there. Okay, let's go to Olamachi. Say, how about telling sponsors to have our stadiums renamed to their name? Is that the stadium owned by the NFF? If you're NFF president, which stadium is owned by the NFF? So how can you tell sponsors to rename stadiums that are owned by government? The NFF is bigger than the federal government, or the federal government has given them mandate to go and advertise the stadium. It's their government properties, okay? If they are not federal government properties, they are state government properties. How can NFF go over their jurisdiction and go and name sponsors? You see now how hard it is to be the NFL president. So next time when you want to criticize Amaju or anybody who's or Sheyaki Wumi or Shewudiko, please tell yourself that even me that I'm saying, I don't even know their job. So I do not have the local standing, as my lawyer friends will say, to criticize this person. Thank you very much, and have for yourself a lovely, fantastic day. If you're listening online, coming up next is Peter Ewenode and the Dem Say Sports. My name is Edafe Matthew Esogene. I've enjoyed the show with you guys today. Congratulations to the Grill. I don't know who that is anyway. The Grill. Send me a DM and let me know when you can come pick up your Victor Siemens jersey. So it's off the shelf now. I'm going to go out there and begin to lobby other guys to send me their jerseys that I'll give out. But thank you very much for your time on the show today. I've enjoyed yourself. You have a wonderful weekend. For those of you who are betting, bet wisely. Don't love all your games. There's a formula to betting that will make you win consistently. And that formula is that you bet more on lesser game and single game. But congratulations to everybody. Today is Nigeria's Independence Day. Please don't say bad things about Nigeria. It's our country. We're working out together. We're not there yet, but we're not where we used to be. Things are changing. It's just that if you put your mind on seeing only what is bad, definitely that's what you will see. The universe will keep giving you what is bad. But if you put your mind to see what is good, definitely the universe will bring to you what is good. I love Nigeria, and I do it by my words and by my actions. And I want you to also do the same thing. If you want to leave Nigeria, I'm not stopping you. But when you leave, please don't paint us black. We are Nigeria, and let us enjoy this country like that. God bless you, and have for yourself a lovely, fantastic, and awesome day. Bye.
Sports people they yarn out of our social media. We put some fan talk this morning. We say we carry our matter, so we enter inside the boxing world.